we have Tristian, So Cash Minich. What's going on, Tristian?
What's up, Odie? How's it going, man? Thanks for having me on.
Hey, no problem. Glad to have you on. So Tristian, let's dive right into things, man. So just talk a little, get the viewers to know a little bit about yourself, kind of your pathway to Albany. What's, here to come, hopefully in the next 6 months.
All right. So, I was the long snapper at Albany for the last 5 years. I got to play in 52 games, the unofficial record at the school for the most amount of consecutive starts in a career. But yeah, so long story short, I'm a long snapper. I kind of got into it in high school. I think it was 8th grade, actually. I was trying to figure out a way to get on the field for the ninth grade football team. And being a little bit smaller than all the other guys, I had to figure out something to do that would get me on the field. So one practice, coach was like, "Does anybody know how to long snap?" And I had no idea what I was doing. And I was just like, yeah, I'll give it a shot. And it turned out I was pretty good at it. And all throughout the rest of high school, I went to a bunch of camps for it. Chris Rubio was my instructor. Really great guy. Rubio long snapping. I can't recommend them enough. They're lights out with what they do. It's insane. But yeah, and then coming out of high school, I got looks at a couple different places, but Albany just stood out to me, and I wouldn't want to go anywhere else. Like, even to this day, if I had an offer from Alabama coming out of high school and knowing what I know now, I would still go to Albany and play at Albany. I love the place. I love the coaches. And I've been lucky to be here for 5 years and play for the football team and meet a bunch of friends that are my family now.
Yeah. Awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. So, setting all those records, and being a leader on the team, even though you're a long snapper, kind of showing the way, for example, kind of what's your next step? You just graduated here and you had a long, amazing career. What's kind of your next step into, and where's going to life take you? What's your plan?
So right now, so recently in December, I declared for the NFL draft. So for now, I've just been, training, grinding. I'm still in grad school, so I'm training with our strength coach at Albany, Coach Barber, and just working my tail off, man. Trying to get bigger, faster, stronger. That's the thing in football. You got to keep getting bigger, faster, and stronger, and that's the goal for me right now. I want to be a well-rounded player. So in terms of being able to snap the ball, first of all, because that's what we do. I've been working on that and transitioning into the NFL ball, and I feel like things are going great with that. In terms of blocking, college, we run a style of punt where I just release and run down the field. So now I have to learn how to block. So which isn't, it's familiar to me. I played offensive line in high school and stuff. And it's one of those things that you always practice, like steps wise, even and if you don't run it. So just transitioning to learn how to block in a pro style, and then still being able to be fast enough to get down the field. It's a good balance between speed and size. So you can just be an all around player, block and tackle.
Yeah. So, for people who don't know, first of all, what lawn snapping, what it is, it's pretty much, on all special teams. So whether it's field goal or punt, for the most part, it's a style, being able to get the ball quicker to the holder or the punter, rather than having a center, where it takes a little bit longer, to the quarterback. So it's a little bit different. It's on special teams. But for people on the outside who don't know, like, the difference between like college and like pro style punt, how are you going to be able to make that transition? You're a pretty, well-rounded guy, fast, strong, all that stuff. But for people who don't know, like in college, practically, you're allowed to have 10 guys go down and cover the punt, right, release right away. But in the NFL, you can only have 2 guys, release and be able to go down the field. So, how do you feel that kind of change different style of the pro style versus the college style kind of punt? How are you going to be able to adapt to that?
So it has to do, it kind of has to do with my form. So when you snap a ball, you want all your energy when you snap back to
Hmm.
go into the ball. So if you snap the ball and fall forward, you're losing a lot of that energy. So something that I always stressed was when I'm snapping the ball and I want to get a good time and snap it as hard as I can, you're supposed to sit back, like almost like lean back and
Hmm.
sit down into kind of a squatting type position. And that allows you to get all your energy in the ball. Now, when transitioning to a pro style where I have to, bucket step and block somebody, it's almost like second nature because essentially I was bucket stepping already. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like it sounds counterproductive to go backwards to go forwards in terms of like a college release, but that's just how my form is. So in terms of transitioning, I feel like I have an upper hand in that it's natural to me to be able to sit back and kick step back and be able to, pop my head up quick and block somebody.